New at 6, some mental health professionals say their hands are basically tied when it comes to reporting patients who they believe could be a threat to others. Channel 2's Wendy Corona talked with a clinical psychologist who says privileged communication makes their jobs more difficult. Wendy?
That's right, Justin. Their anxiety in breaking that confidentiality and reporting is there. Mental health professionals, of course, do get immunity when it comes to reporting cases of child abuse. But unlike other states in the country, Georgia does not have legislation that protects them from liability when they break a patient's confidentiality, even if it is for the greater good.
Privileged communication is kind of the foundation for effective therapy.
But even clinical psychologist Dr. William L. Buchanan says sometimes, for the greater good of saving lives, that confidentiality needs to be broken.
We kind of do it at our own risk.
Mental health professionals, like attorneys, have privileged communication. In 49 of the 50 states, Tarasoff law protects mental health providers in some way when they break that confidentiality and report to protect people from possible harm.
That they are held free of libel. They're not going to be sued.
But in Georgia?
It's not so in Georgia.
In Georgia, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't.
Child psychologist Dr. Andy Gothard says it's a fine line mental health professionals face more and more.
If you don't report, you could be held liable for failure to report. If you do report, you could be held liable in a civil lawsuit for violating someone's confidentiality.
Dr. Buchanan's informed consent is an individual effort to protect himself with a form signed by the patient.
Something to the effect of, and if you're a danger to yourself or other, I will act accordingly to protect people.
Little comfort in a state where legislation so far has not provided Georgia's mental health professionals any. The professionals I spoke with told me this week's mass shooting at Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida points to right now being a very good time to revisit expanded protections for mental health professionals with legislators at the state capitol and perhaps bring Georgia in line with every other state in the country. Live in the newsroom, Wendy Corona, Channel 2 Action News.